First of all, I thought very well played football game in terms of intensity and enthusiasm, great crowd, all the different things that you expect in a rivalry game like this. So I want to congratulate Notre Dame in that aspect. As far as Michigan State's concerned, you get down in the red zone, you got to score touchdowns. And, fact of the matter is they did not turn the ball over, so we got to come up with turnovers. We had the one off the PI, I guess, but they didn't turn it over. Ran the ball effectively, had our opportunities in the red zone. We kicked a couple field goals and missed one. And you got to score touchdowns in those situations. So very proud of our football team. Thought we played hard. Thought we had an opportunity to win the football game. We left some questions on the field, obviously, but nevertheless, very proud of our football team. So we did what we had to do in terms of defensively. I felt, we play the ball the way we teach them to play the ball. That's how they played the ball. Beyond that, I'm not going to have any comments on that. That's for other people to comment on in private. But I'll just take some questions. That's probably the best way to do this.
Mark, they're marching down the field with Langford. They went with the pass to Shelton. They got intercepted. Then they came back and went a different direction. I'm just curious if you could talk about the play call with the Shelton pass in the first drive going down the field, play calling in the red zone there. Yeah,
the RJ's deal was my call. Okay, so I made the suggestion on that one because I felt like we needed a big play, and he's got a great arm on him. The guy was covered. He probably should have just pulled it down and ran. So that's my call. So I'll take responsibility for that. But I felt like we needed a big play, and we did drive it down the field. And I get a little lost in terms of what came first. We drove it down the field the first time and out of the second half, right out of the box there, and we had to come up with a field goal. The problematic thing is that we got to score in the red zone. We got to score touchdowns, and you have opportunity to do that. You're talking about inches at times, and that's the thing that bit us last year. So that's the thing we got to get past. I thought Connor Cook did some good things, but I think obviously like a young quarterback, you probably wish he had a couple back. I thought we ran the ball effectively, and that was a positive thing. I thought Langford ran the ball. I thought Nick Hill did a nice job as well. So those are two positive things, and we didn't really turn it over. With the exception of the one turnover by on the interception that you were talking about. So, what other question was there? I'm sure there's many more.
Mark, did you ever have that many defensive pass interference calls on you in one game?
I've been coaching 30-plus years. No, never. I guess that's where we should stop talking about it, right there.
On the opening drive, you got the punt block and missed the field goal. Do you think if you could have punched in there, it could have been a different game?
We got down there 3 times, missed one field goal, kicked 2 others, and scored a touchdown the 4th time. So obviously, yeah, if you get it in, let's score 17-13. 17 points aren't going to win you many games. 13's not for sure. So credit Notre Dame's defense some, but we've got to score more points. We drove the ball. I thought we controlled the ball pretty well there, especially coming out the second half. A number of times we ran the ball effectively down the field, and then we get a bad play. The next thing you know, it's 2nd and 10, or we caught a couple penalties on offense as well. So we got to be able to handle those things and play through the adversity. That's what we have to be able to do, and we'll do that. The thing that I'll focus on with our football team in the locker room is, regardless of winning and losing this game, and everybody wants to win it and win it badly. We got a lot of guys hurting in there, but it's a non-conference game. We got a week off. We get ready for Iowa next week. It's a Big Ten game. We were using this as an opportunity to come and play away from home in a great environment, much like we'll see in the Big Ten, and it prepares us for that aspect of it. It prepares Connor Cook for that aspect, and it also prepares some of our other young players for it as well. Yeah, Mike.
Oh, Mark, yeah. You put Maxwell in at the end. Was that a Connor Cook injury or just to get the offense going?
I think we put him in there just to try and change the pace, and felt like he needed an opportunity and should give him an opportunity. Tough situation to put him in at, but I felt like we were a little behind on some throws, and we just needed to mix it up and see what he could do. And obviously it didn't work out, but on 50, hindsight's 50-50 or 100, whatever you say. I'm about hindsight, 20-20, 50-50. That's more like PIs, 50-50. Go ahead.
I don't know how to follow that one up, Coach.
Yeah.
Michael Geiger, you put him in there today, kicked, I think, a 42-yarder into the wind. Is he going to be the kicker moving forward, or will that be a competition that plays out?
Well, right now, he's the kicker. You don't put him in against Notre Dame if you don't expect him to be the kicker. Took the red shirt off of him, so he's the kicker. He has to perform well, and we expect that. But he's shown great promise throughout summer camp, but obviously he wasn't perfect in that, but it's time. It's his time now, so he needs to grow up quick.
Coach, Jeremy Langford was looking to have some success today. Can you kind of talk about what you were looking to get out of your running backs today, why Nick Hill and Shelton came in?
Shelton played wide receiver. He played wide out, so RJ was not in there to run the ball. Nick Hill, Jeremy Langford sort of, by committee a little bit. We played Riley a couple snaps in there as well, but I thought Jeremy ran the ball well. I almost busted a couple. He was nicked up a little bit throughout the game as well. Hill did some good things as well, moving the pile a little bit. So there was nothing negative there in respects to that, but I thought they did a good job. We run the ball for, 119 yards or so. So we ran the ball effectively. Enough? No, nothing's enough. When you look at the yardage, total yards, we have 254, they have 224. That would suggest a lot of defense. Okay, so, just keep working, and don't have an answer for you on that one. I thought he played pretty well, and I thought Nick played pretty well. I don't think Jeremy's the guy we can give the ball to 30 times, not right now.
Mark, do you feel like you guys outplayed Notre Dame today, especially in the second half?
That's not, obviously not. On the scoreboard, we ended up losing. So they did the things that they had to do at the end of the game to win the football game. Very proud of our football team and how we came out and played. I just wish we had some plays back and some situations back, obviously, but I'm proud of our football team. But obviously Notre Dame won the football game, so you got to say they outplayed us.
Mark, one nice grab by Lyles, otherwise the tight end wasn't a factor. Something they were doing that took him out of the game, or just not part of the plan?
No, not part of the plan, but, we just probably didn't get loose or whatever. It's tough for me to say without seeing film and things of that nature. But great catch by Jamal. But they're in the route progression. They're in the read. They got to get open or whatever. We had a lot of things going to McGarrett Kings, I think. He's proven to be a go-to guy for us a little bit. Made a great catch. Almost came up with another great catch in the end zone. But our tight ends will get busy by design, and they always have been. So we'll just continue to work it. But they're young players there too. With Jamal Lyles and Josiah Price, those guys are young players.
Other question.
I'm sorry.
Not talking about any specific play with the pass interferences, but as you understand it, what is a cornerback allowed to do, and what's the interpretation of what you can have them do?
He's allowed to cut off the receiver and have position for the ball and go up and make a play on the ball. He has every right to make a play on the ball. And, there's bumping and pushing on both sides a lot of times, but you're going up for a football. And a lot of times, to me, unless you want to get into a clinic here, which we don't need to, they're very close calls. I'm in agreement with that. They're close calls, but they have a right to the ball. They can play the ball out of phase without looking through it and swat the ball down. I don't know. There are no scoreboards, there are no video displays out there on that field. I can't see what's going on. You have a much better shot up in the box than I would have had. So, we'll let that issue take its own course. You guys are all well written. Yeah, I figure somebody's got it.
Anything else for Coach? I don't know, Mark, you guys lost a lot of close games last year.
Mm-hmm.
Does this feel the same, or does it feel different?
No, it does not feel the same. Although, I don't know how it feels. You lose a close game, it's tough. But last year against Notre Dame, I felt like that we were completely outplayed. Defensively we played pretty well, but we were completely outplayed. Couldn't move the ball. It sort of became a 14-3, 17-3, 20-3 type thing, and it got away from us. And I felt like this time we were right down to the end here, and I thought we competed and played through it. And I thought there was a lot of motion on our football field, on our sidelines, and I think we played to win. And I'll never apologize to play to win. That's what we try and do at all times, and I'm extremely proud of our football team. But at the end of the day, they do keep score, and so we got to deal with it. We just got to deal with it. But that's part of growing up too, and that's part of trying to be mature about everything that we deal with. So in the end, it'll help us. In the end, we'll find our way through all this, and, I'm looking forward to playing Iowa in a couple weeks. Everybody good? Thank you.